I'm not seeing Crapmaster Zach in the chat.
No, he's not here yet.
It doesn't quite feel right to do manga chat, YouTube era manga chat without Crapmaster Zach. He's kind of become our mascot in a way.
Yeah, let's just wait a few minutes to see if he shows up.
God, I hope he's all right.
Yeah,
I hope he's not.
Panera Lemonade.
That's what I was just about to think. He might have been. Oh my God! Thank God. Oh fuck.
Zach's here.
Oh, okay. Crapmaster Zach. Hey, welcome to Manga Chat. We're here now. Crapmaster Zach's here. We're all here. There we go. Hashtag Where is Zach was trending for a few seconds there amongst this very small circle of alternative comics nerds. But thank God. We love you too, Crapmaster Zach. Happy holidays.
And everyone else. Al, Elan.
Yeah, Elan Reese, Wally Gropius, StreamYard, all of the big people in the chat.
Yeah.
I think that's an automated message, I think, from an animated StreamYard duck.
You drink these? Reeds?
Yeah.
Ginger?
Love them. I love the extra strong sort of, the hot ones.
Stronger. Was it stronger?
I love them.
Yeah, so good.
Still been on my hot wine kick, and of course my German energy piss. Drink of the year.
Ashtray juice.
My ashtray urine from a Berlin club.
How's it going?
It's all right. Exhausted. People that follow us on social media would have seen that Nate Garcia was at my house post-tour. So we brought the young lad in, my wife and I. We fed him, we clothed him, we looked after him. We had a lovely time, went to the park. I was worried it'd be a bit boring for him because he was on tour with Tangerine for a couple of weeks. And then it's like, come to the park with the baby.
Yeah.
And, we'll go to get some pasta and just. But I think he enjoyed it. I know when I'm touring, on the road for 2 weeks, and then we slept him in a nice bed, gave him he's in a spare room, and just a bit of rest and R&R, and just we stuffed him with food. Like I'm surprised he didn't get not food poisoning from it being bad food, but just too much food.
Well, I saw you went down to the Barnes and Noble, so you also go the Subway shop near it.
No, we didn't go to Firehouse Subs, but he did comment. He was like, "That's the Firehouse Subs that you go to," and I said, "It certainly fucking is. It's the best one in town." But we only went to the Barnes and Noble because my kid was just like in the car. I was like, Barnes and Noble, and just desperately wanted to go there. So we'd gone to the Nike outlet clearance store. But anyway, it's, we had a good time. It was fun comics fueled weekend of comics chat and really just copious amounts of eating.
Nice.
Oh, the tortellini at Uvo, my God, Josh. We never got to Uvo, did we? Next time we're in town, we've got to get to Uvo. Took Jimmy Brown there, took Cowdrey there, took Klaus there, took Nate there. I take meetings there with my agent. It's my home away from home.
Yeah, I'm yet to experience the imported pasta of Uvo.
Yeah, straight from Bologna within 24 hours. Pasta of the year. Restaurant of the year, I'd say. Uvo for me. Josh, restaurant of the year for you? What do you think?
I want to say either Crybaby Pasta in South Philadelphia or the cinema in the big cinema in Colomiers.
Cinema? I think like a cinema, like you're eating like choc tops and popcorn or something down at the movie theater.
It's a movie theater, and then they have a restaurant attached to it that has the best beef bourguignon you've ever had.
Oh, oui. I'll have to stop by there the next time I'm in Colomiers.
Well, actually, if we talk about our best eating experience, let's just do all our best of the year. Best eating experience was duck soup in London. I had this risotto, this like very thin beef and tomato dip thing. There's like small plates. It's like probably the best thing I've eaten in my life.
That sounds nice. I like the deep fried cheesy, what are the artichoke hearts or something, Mother Wolf here in LA. Wow, beautiful. The rest of the food, so the cacio pepe is a bit Uvo for me. The tiramisu there and the arrabbiata, I think it is the spicy one. The tortellini is the best. The crema de parmigiana, incredible.
Yeah.
What was the best movie you saw this year? Actually, I didn't watch enough. I just buy them. Everyone who watches this knows I just buy them and they stack up. Did you watch any movies?
Yeah, there's this TV series I watched the other day. It's called Blackberry.
Blackberry.
They have two versions. They have like a series and a condensed version as a movie on AMC. It's like Jay Baruchel and
Glenn Howerton.
Yeah,
I own the movie on DVD. Once again, Josh. Oh, of course I own it.
it's so funny. It's one of the funniest movies I've seen in a few years. It was like it's not quite a spoof of movies like The Social Network, but it's it's like a funny version, of like ridiculous version of that. It's a really good movie.
Huh. Yeah, it came across my radar, and I picked up like an $8 DVD of it. Yeah, okay, good to know that
Yeah, and then
you enjoy telemarketers as well. I remember you talking about you're really hyping up telemarketers.
yeah, no, it's like it's in a similar vein to that, but obviously fiction. Well, no, not fiction, but acting. And but I watched a 1997 movie yesterday, Perfect Blue. You ever seen that?
Yes.
So good. It's like it's
Yeah.
bizarre, kind of like horror. It's really good. I watched that last night.
I'm trying to look at my shelf over here. I don't know. It's all overwhelming. There's too many DVDs, and I don't even know if I watched any movies this year. When I did, I just watched old movies. I finally saw this. I finally saw Bottoms. I got a bootleg DVD. I wanted to see this for a while.
Oh yeah,
People did Shiva Baby. I was excited. It was supposed to be some like cool, like modern queer comedy. Like I thought it'd be as good as Mean Girls or something. It stunk. It stunk. My wife was upset. She just started like looking at TikTok while it was playing, and just I could palpably tell that she was really not enjoying it. Because we were like, let's just try and watch a fun movie. Let's watch a fun comedy. And yeah, it didn't hit at all. It was wince inducing. It was very disappointing because I paid for a bootleg DVD of it. Yeah, the biggest disappointment of the year for me. I'm glad I didn't see it in the cinemas. I was going to, get fucked up and ride my bike down there and see it at the theaters. But I heard good things. But yeah, really disappointing. Anyway, we try not to be negative of the channel. I don't really want to, crap on someone's work. But
no,
yeah, it's just you hear lots of critical, good word, and I'm assuming just bunch of people just wanted it to be good, or just like
yeah. I didn't hear
yeah.
anything about that one. I think I saw one poster. But
It's the people that did Shiva Baby, which is supposed to be good. I haven't seen that as well. I'm worried that stinks now as well.
yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, I was hoping it'd be like a John Watersy Mean Girls, but I actually stopped it. I stopped it towards the end. They sort of started to do some emotional kind of bits, and I was like, no, unearned. You've not earned any emotional crescendos. These characters are just. I like unlikable characters, but just
yeah,
thin writing, poor motivations, and just I don't know, loud and obnoxious.
yeah.
Yeah. What about albums, Josh? What about music? Have you enjoyed any music this year?
Yeah, just if I grab that, everything's gonna come toppling down. Wicker Face Springs Eternal.
Oh, self-titled.
That was the best album of the year, in my opinion.
That was about. I know Jasper was loving that. I know Nate was loving that as well. The whole gang, we've all been digging the. I've been into Wicker Face for years, but it
Yeah,
was a bloody good album. His best probably.
yeah, I reckon it's his best. I haven't been listening to much music this year.
Yeah, I
Future
just.
Islands.
Hmm?
I mostly just listen to Future Islands.
Yeah, I just listened to Cemetery and the Haunted Mounds. I'm
Yeah,
obsessed with this Japanese girl band right now called Atarashi Gakko.
yeah,
Yeah, I just ran into just randomly on YouTube. I saw their recent single, Tokyo Calling, and it was just it just hit all the notes for me. It was yeah, it was. I'm obsessed with it. I've been dancing around with my kid to it. My wife was like making faces, and what the fuck are you listening to?
what kind of music is it like?
Well, just Japanese J-pop, but I don't like their other songs. But this new single, it's just got this really hardcore, like dark sort of like string drone and just frenetic trap beats, and it's kind of like aggressive hip hop, but just like through a J-pop filter, and all these girls in like sailor costumes, and the music videos are like Japanese monster kind of thing. So for me, growing up on like Gundam and all Astro Boy and fucking what's the Robotech, all that shit in the 80s, it just hit the nostalgia notes there for me, and it was just a propulsive, very frenetic, fun song. I haven't been hit like that by a pop song for quite a while. It's like being hit by a truck.
Another movie I liked, which seems like people online absolutely hated, was Leave the World Behind.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet, but I've been hearing different things. Yeah, you dug it, yeah?
Yeah, it's like Ethan Hawke and Julia Roberts as like a couple during like the end of the world cyber attack type thing. I I thought it was really good. It was like kind of harrowing, but they're funny. There's like funny things. I enjoyed that one. I think you'd have to be in the mood for it, but it's yeah, I liked that one.
Yeah, I want to see Poor Things, the new Yorgos Lanthimos. But I'll probably just wait for the DVD. I'm not going to the cinema. I don't want to be massacred in an American-style mass shooting. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at a DVD shelf. Just don't know. What was the best TV this year? I can't even think.
TV. I don't know if I watched any TV from this year.
You watched Telemarketers, as we said earlier, but
Yeah,
I've just been watching. Oh, there we go. The new season of The Amazing Race. Mwah, fucking incredible. During the pandemic, they only did charter flights on The Amazing Race, but they're back to like booking individual travel. And one of the most interesting aspects I've always enjoyed in The Amazing Race is everyone trying to book the better flight, and then delays happen, and it's a race. So when they're all on a charter flight, it's like, eh. But yeah, it was a very exciting season, and the finale had 3 teams I liked. Like, there's normally like a couple of real assholes that and then they win. But it was like a deaf dad and his lovely son, 2 really nice dads, like with like a special needs daughter, and they wanted to win so they could get a guide dog for the girl. And these 2 lovely brothers, who my wife and I referred to as the married brothers. So everyone has their little tagline on there, like, married couple, and like, veterinarians. These were the married brothers. They're two very nice boys who lived together, but they were so smiley and happy. They seemed like they were married. I hope not, because that'd be incest. Yeah, I won't say who won, but yeah, I love The Amazing Race. It's been a favorite of mine for like 20 years, and this new season. There's Survivor as well. The new season of Survivor was incredible. They brought back the Survivor auction, where they have to eat disgusting food. They had to eat spiders in the first episode of The Amazing Race. Like, these 2 young ladies actually did it. They ate like big fucking deep fried tarantulas and like a whole plate of insects. I just couldn't do it. I was really shocked that these 2 younger girls actually managed to eat all these fucking tarantulas. Yeah, that's what I like to watch. I don't care about drama or anything. I don't know. I haven't finished Better Call Saul. I didn't watch that. That was last year anyway. I don't know. What was that, Josh?
I was going to ask your favorite car of the year.
Oh, well, it's got to be the Cybertruck from Tesla, of course. There it is.
Yep, I agree. I think it's probably my new favorite car.
It's so angular and Lara Crofty. I love it. I mean, yours turned up last week? I got mine the week before. They've started to roll out. We're loving our Cybertrucks, aren't we?
Yeah, I think it's smoother drive than you think it's going to be. It's and spacious on the inside. It looks like it's not going to be spacious, but it's really spacious.
Yeah, real power steering as well. It's really smooth. I get the wife and the kid in there on the weekend, and we're off. We were shot at several times, and the windows didn't break, unlike the promo video.
No, I think I think he was sabotaged during that promo video. I think
the
guy threw the ball too hard.
He's a divisive character, the Elon Musk, but whatever you think of him, damn, he's made a lovely car, beautiful car. And I think the marketing, as you said, I think it was the cracked window was a marketing stunt, and it worked. Got you and I excited, like, oh, I want to shoot those windows.
Yeah, I ordered one pretty quickly, and arrived recently. It's just a good stereo system. So have you tried the self-driving element yet?
Of course, I just sleep in there. I'll just get in, have a wank, pass out, wake up at the World Market, get my Club Martes, and then just pass out again in the back. I just trust it.
Yeah, I was a bit nervous with it, but I've been going around getting some dirty looks from liberals in it, but
Yeah, but I enjoy that. I have my Liberal Tears mug full of whiskey while I'm driving around, so it just doesn't it doesn't bother me. I enjoy it, triggering the libs. That's what we're all about, you and me. Yeah.
Wow. What about comics? You read any good comics this year?
Comics? Is that? Yeah, that's right. That's what we're here to talk about. We're waffling about other stuff for 20 minutes. Comics, Josh. Yeah. We've read a few comics this year. We've drawn some. We've made some.
Do you have any new ones, or are we going to go straight to the favorite of the year?
I do have a new book. I've seen it on a few lists. This Why Don't You Love Me?
Oh,
Paul B. Rainey. I saw Austin English talking about it, saying like he was like subtweeting Drawn and Quarterly and saying how shit the cover is, and that like it's a really great book. And it is quite a bad cover. I remember seeing it earlier in the year and like, oh, what's that?
Yeah,
But I read a few excerpts from it, and it's really good and really dark and interesting. And
from an
I'm
English
trying not to be. Hmm?
right? From an English
What?
cartoonist.
Yeah, I think he does stuff for the Beano or something, or like he does like weird strips about like poking fun at Ricky Gervais or stuff for the Beano or something. But yeah, it's just
Oh,
I
that's
don't
right.
know.
Stuff, but yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
Yeah, just this depressed mother on the couch, just trying to get the kids to go down and buy booze at the booze store, and just being horrible to her kids. And yeah, I don't know. It just I read some interesting, funny, dark excerpts, and there's a big twist in it. Apparently, I don't want to give anything away because I've not read it fully myself yet, but I've seen a few mutterings of people like, "Oh, don't get spoiled," but it starts off this way, then it does something, and I don't know. Apparently, it's quite interesting. A lot of people are talking about it. It's popping up on a lot of sort of like mainstream lists, like the Guardian or whatever. And yeah, I was looking on the Bubbles Pro boards, the Bubbles magazine
yeah,
threads that people talk, and a lot of people were talking about it on there. Yeah, it's getting some heat.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if Paul himself designed the cover, but yeah, people were making fun of the cover. But don't judge a book by its cover. That's the lesson.
Yeah, I wonder if second printing might get a different cover because I've basically heard everyone say the same thing about the cover. But yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, Neil Gaiman says, "What a masterwork" on the back. Yeah, a masterwork, says Neil Gaiman.
well,
Yeah, yeah, that's a book that I've not read yet, but I'm intrigued to. I purchased a copy, and I have had an offer from Drawn and Quarterly to send free books for Manga Chat, but I've lazily not responded and have continued to purchase the books that I'm interested in from their catalog. So
well, keep in
you're
mind,
welcome, Drawn and Quarterly. You're welcome. A tip of the cap to you.
nice. Well,
Yeah, where do you want to do this, Josh? Do you want to go pick for pick? We'll go back and forth. Like you'll bring one up and you'll waffle, and then I'll bring one up, and if they're the same, then we'll and.
yeah, we can do that.
What do you got? What do you, mine are in no order.
Me neither. I do have a number one, but I'll do that one last.
All right.
How many do you have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, I probably got like 10 or 9 or 10. I just went through my stacks in a panic. I spent about 10 minutes in here, like, oh, fuck, we have to do fucking Manga Chat best of the year, and just pick stuff off the shelves. Like, oh, shit.
Yeah,
Like, oh, I've only picked one woman. I'm going to get cancelled. Fuck.
yeah,
But if people want to count the genitals of the authors that we've picked, you're welcome to. But it wasn't about that. We weren't going around and like, oh, there were no genital considerations or gender identifying, qualifiers. I just picked the books that I enjoyed this year.
yeah.
So
Well,
crucify me if you want.
yeah.
What do you got, Josh? What's your first random pick?
War epic.
Ah, boom! I've got that here as well. I
Yeah.
think both issues came out this year. Nathan Cowdrey
They
has had
did,
a
didn't they?
good
Yeah.
year. Yeah, I think because he came to LA with me and Jimmy Brown, and Nathan were driving around in that Mustang. Why'd
True.
you pick it, Josh? Why'd you pick it?
Probably the only straightforwardly funny book on my list.
Huh.
Yeah, it seems like this is where the story feels like it's like come to life in this second issue. Same picture again, which makes me laugh every single time I see it. Yeah, it's like second issue just like ramped up. It got like really excited reading it. When I finished it, I was like, "Fuck, when's it?" Desperate for the next one.
Yeah, I think he's working on the next one. But yeah, the propulsive, fantastic, funny, dark thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, lovely drawing. He really up. Well, he's always good, but I feel like he upped his game. His lovely silhouette work and architecture and stage direction.
yeah. Just like real. One thing he does really well is like his backgrounds are just like they're so simple, but they're really I don't know, draw you into the place. It's like this when the story moves to Egypt, and yeah, I highly recommend this one.
Yeah, I do love a sense of place. I can't stand comics without backgrounds. If it's just
No,
all talking heads and just like lazy backgroundless nonsense, there needs to be a sense of place for me. That's a private, personal thing.
Yeah. If I look at my list here, it's all very much like that's, you know, one of the main things about it is like sense of place and background. And,
Lovely page here. This is my favourite spread from the issue. I think it's just the stairs and the ocean and just the silhouetted like window shutter things or whatever, and just fantastic. It's
yeah.
very Chris Wary. This cover here, just the I don't know, the precision line work and
It is, isn't it? It could be yeah. New
yeah,
Yorker.
it could be. Yeah, Francois, what are you
Mhm.
doing? Get Cowdery into the New Yorker. You may as well get him.
Yeah, the hair is like crazy on this cover.
Yeah, I think it's the ballpoint pen. I think that's how he gets that lovely sort of wispiness. I think he does use the Bic pens.
Wow.
Yeah, no, War Epic. I'm not sure if these are still available. You can probably pick them up from Secret Headquarters or like maybe Wig Shop, Partners and Sons. I mean,
Yeah,
Secret Headquarters was doing the distro for them, so you can probably still get them there.
yeah, I'm pretty sure Partners and Sons still has them. I think they've had a big order of them.
Yeah, pick them up. Well worth it. I think Cowdery is he's one of my favourite working cartoonists. Not for the faint of heart. You know, if you like your old school, you know, knife's edge, mildly dicey kind of exploratory stuff with a dash of gallows humour.
Yeah,
Yeah, check out Nathan Cowdery's War Epic.
yeah.
Yeah, a
And it's
banger.
it's short, so you can like put your Cybertruck on self drive for maybe like 20 minutes and just blast through this thing.
That's where I get a lot of my reading done in the old Cybertruck. Just driving around. Love
Yeah,
it. Doing loops.
yeah,
All right. Well, I'll get it out of the way now. I mean, it's an obvious pick. We've been banging on about it all year. The Devil's Grin by Alex Graham. I mean, enough said. I mean, we talk about it constantly. If you've read these, you know. For me, I mean, the first two are great, but issue 3, like I'm in the mirror, so I can't tell. This one was fantastic, and then issue 4 just ramped it up even further, and yeah,
yeah.
just fantastic character writing.
Yeah, I would have put that on mine, and I know it's going to be on my favorite of the year, but I didn't get around to reading the newest one yet. So just my reading pile is just so massive.
Oh, you've not read the 4th one yet?
No, not yet.
Yeah, it took me a while to get to the 3rd one. I feel like everyone was talking about it. And I was like, oh, fuck, I have to make time. And I sat down, and you know, sometimes I can find it hard. I get in the Cybertruck and I'm a bit distracted, and I've got to go buy toilet paper and nappies, and fuck. But yeah, I had my glass of whiskey and I put it on self drive, and I finally read the 3rd one and had a bit of a kip in there, and it was fantastic.
Yeah,
Yeah, just I think probably it's my favorite thing going right now. I think the Devil's Grin is my favorite currently running serialized comic. I just
yeah,
with bated breath, I'm waiting for the 5th issue to drop. People are already reading it on Substack, I gather, but I like to wait for the issues because I like to read them in the truck.
yeah,
Yeah, just I love Robert. I love this troubled man, Robert, and this sexy, swarthy, druggy man, and Dandelion. This lovely junkie girl, and just this crazy dangerous romance. Yeah, God, I was going to say something else about it, but I forgot. But yeah, I don't know. It's just really good.
yeah,
You know, it can be expensive to pick them all up because they're like, you know, they're thick, they're like $17 and each. So you know, it's a bit of an outlay. Eventually, Fantagraphics will, you know, put it out, and you know, different publishers around the world. But that'll, you know, won't be for a couple of years probably. So I
yeah.
recommend picking these up. You can get them lots of different places. And yeah, I think that's the Alex is the one lady person on my list. So yeah, Alex Graham does sound like a man's name, but if you've got your genitals bingo card now and you are counting the genitals, trying to cancel us like Nick Gazin was cancelled in 2019 or whatever for not enough women on his list, Alex Graham is currently a woman. So take
Yeah,
that. We're not that huge of misogynists here at Manga Chat.
yeah,
We're classic liberals or something, Josh, aren't we? We're progressive. We're just normal men. We're just innocent men.
yeah,
I dress as a woman half the time. I mean,
yeah,
yeah. Come on, don't come for me. I'll fucking come for you.
yeah.
It's dangerous doing these lists, Josh. It's dangerous. It's a political minefield.
Yeah.
What else you got there?
Let me see. Cheap sheets, Tiger
Oh,
Tatashi.
Boom. It's on my list as well. I picked it off the shelf. Yeah,
Nice.
from 50 Watts Books.
Yeah.
Why'd you like it, Josh?
It's just this is like beautiful book. I just can't stop looking at it. I don't know. It's I'm just so compelled by it all the time. I pick it up so often, probably the most often out of any book here. It's, you know, all these tiny little lines. It's so, you know, it's just perfect cartooning.
Yeah, joyful cartooning, I think I said on a previous stream. Like it's
Yeah.
just full of the love of drawing and joy, and it's so experimental and just fun.
I almost find it hard to read. Like I just, you know, it's like just staring at the drawings like for too long. Like, you know, like hard to read it like narratively, you know.
Yeah, it's a weird, surreal one. But yeah, just incredibly fun. It's just, you know, it's people just like whipping up tigers and just whipping up shapes and riding through panel borders and jumping through things. And
Yeah.
did you see? I saw that. Do you follow Japanese avant-garde books? I think it is on the Instagram. It's
No.
one of those lonely, the contemporary hip lonely men that sell books out of their bed sits, out of their squalid bed sits, and
No.
but yeah, they had this old Tiger Takeshi book from the 80s. It was all drawn on computers and like 84 or 85, like this very early proto computer comic. And it was like this, but all drawn on a computer. And it was fucking incredible looking. And I think it sold for $50 or something. It sold out immediately. They had one copy, vintage. And I lost my shit over it, man. I went all over eBay and just like scouring the internet for a copy. And I think maybe I found one for like $300 or something, but it's impossible to find. Yeah, it pained me. I was pained for the entire evening that I missed out on that book. But at least we have this, Josh. At least we have cheat sheets from 50 Watts Books.
Yeah.
Yeah, can't say enough good stuff about this. If you're a young cartoonist or an old cartoonist or anything in between, if you like ink and drawing and fun, and yeah, it's like a Japanese Mad magazine from the 80s. Like Sergio Aragonés fucked up on Saki.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely fucking love it. Yep. Yeah, always good stuff as well. 50 Watts Books, you know, if you like your digital crate digging, manga chat tears, get on over to 50 Watts. You probably already know, but it's one of those hot spots to look for interesting new artsy comics.
Yeah.
You always find something new and exciting there. Yeah, I got that French stuff there. This is not one of my best books of the year, but I did enjoy it. But it's like Pia Melissa Roche from the Editions Matière. I got that from 50 Watts. You know, they've always got some good stuff over there, interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, a pick of mine, Josh, post, unless you've got anything more to say about Chet Shets.
No, I think we've covered that.
Well, it sums it up. It's just fucking awesome. But yeah, Stories from Zoo by Anand.
I've got that on mine too.
Oh, you do? There we go.
Yeah. It's like it's a collection of short stories, right? It's just like goes back like
Yeah,
that's not enough of a popular format these days. It's just a collection of short comics. It's, you know, I have a couple of those on my list, but
I think 8 short stories, surreal and strange, and he's from Delhi. It's just, you know, I know it's nice seeing this comic scene pop up in Delhi. Him and Banu and a few other people, and
yeah, you said there's some shows popping up around.
Yeah,
and
it really just did it for me. Just simple, kind of straightforward drawing. Gets a bit weird sometimes, but it really does the job for me.
Yeah, this one where this kid like decides he's just going to live in a fridge is like really moving and sad and funny as well. And yeah, a lot of really good like comedy in this, but all the stories are kind of moving in a way as well.
It's got a lovely quality to it. The drawing, it just really,
Yeah, this one at the end with like this sad art teacher guy, and
I just love it. Nice architecture in it.
Yeah,
published by Brian Baines over at Bubbles Mag. This is the third book he's published. I'm really enjoying Brian doing. You know, he did the Holmberg book. He did the Bat Kid old manga. He's got a forthcoming old judo manga. We love the old dusty old manga with your Ryan Holmberg masturbation essays. Love it. But yeah, Brian has broken from that and done a contemporary young Delhi cartoonist, and I absolutely loved it. I've got all the zines from Anand. I've gone Anand crazy. I'm just trying to get as much as I can.
I mean, I really love like it's really hard to like pinpoint his influences in this. It's like it's just him, isn't it? You know, it's very like singular.
Yeah, I mean, he loves his clouds and stuff. I mean, I think, did you read the interview with him in the New Bubbles?
Not yet.
Yeah, he's talking a bit about his influences. Like, Clouds is in there, and contemporary sort of Western shit, but also lots of just like Indian kids comics that he was reading and stuff. Like how you read the Beano, and I read the Phantom and stuff, and Fred Bassett, the other Alex Graham.
Yeah.
Just all those local. I don't think it's Australian, but yeah. Hey, Go the Horrible, is that Australian? Snake. Do you ever read Snake by Souls?
No.
Probably not. I think my uncle banged his daughter once. Anyway. Don't worry. Yeah, no, fantastic stuff. I loved getting this. It's Anand's mother made this. She made a big blanket for Brian, and then he was giving out extra squares. You can use this as it's like you put your hot pot on it. I can put my noodle pot on it because I like to eat my noodles out of the saucepan.
Yeah.
My wife makes fun of me.
I don't know.
I'm not going to dirty a bowl.
Yeah, I don't know where I put it, but I have one of those as well.
Yeah, it's my favorite textile of the year.
Textile, yep.
Textile of the year, Anand's mother. Seems like a sweet lady. But yeah, highly recommended. This is going to pop up, I hope, on a bunch of end of year lists.
Yeah, it will.
It needs to sell. It needs to move. People need to read it. So check it out from Bubbles, a Bubbles publication.
Lovely stuff. I'll go shoot the next one.
Yeah, what have you got?
Teddy Goldenberg.
Did that come out this year?
Didn't it?
I don't know. I looked at it on the shelf and I was like, oh, but I thought it came out 2022 and that I was a Johnny come lately because you were on to Teddy way before me. I learned about him from you.
Well, fuck this cunt. I'm not.
Hang on. Did it say 2022 in there?
Yeah, 2022. What?
Oh, you fucked up, Josh. That's embarrassing for you. Yeah, look at you. Oh, no. Oh, you fucked that one. Okay. All right, shut the stream down.
Books anymore, then. I don't know when any of them come out. All right. I'll go Corn on the Cob then. Fuck.
Corn Cob. Corn Cob pipes. I've got it too. Look at that. What awaits them?
It's almost like we're getting paid to do just lit ads, isn't it?
Yeah, basically. I was in a massive Hollywood meeting a few weeks ago with like one of the most high-powered directors in Hollywood, and they knew of Liam Cobb from his animation background work. They were like, oh, he came up somehow. Like, I used Liam as an example of like someone who does good backgrounds in animation. Oh, he does comics too. And I was like hyping it up to this big room of executives. Like, yes, everyone go and get What Awaits Them. I'm out there plugging it all over town. In all the Zooms, I'm always plugging What Awaits Them by Liam Cobb from Breakdown Press. Why is it on your list, Josh?
Yeah, I love this one. It's like it's the same as before, where it's just a bunch of short stories. I find this Michelin Man story, well, two of them, to be like some of the funniest stuff I've read in a while, and
yeah,
everything is just like beautiful. These colors, like I guess he said on there, these like scanning like Rizzo textures or scanning weird textures and putting them in Rizzo. I don't know.
Yeah. I love it. This stuff is just it's beautiful, very funny. The last Michelin Man story in there, the food critic one, it's fantastic.
Yeah, and it's like the what's it called? The no, Slow Drift. Is that the Western?
That's one with the horse. Yeah, that's great.
Very, kind of like horrifying, sad comic. Really well done, simple.
So is Green Graves, the one with the three guys rotting away in the jungle.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, great kind of horror.
Yeah,
I love that horse one, Slow Drift. That's fantastic. But
yeah,
very filmic. Very like it's like a bunch of short stories. They're all great. They read together as a whole quite well. It's I have all the zines from this, but just this package, them repackaged like this. I read them all again together, and highly recommended. And
Yeah,
something again, I think we'll probably be seeing on quite a few people's lists. Informed people, people that
yeah,
read stuff outside YA and contemporary crappy Marvel and DC stuff. They'll be
yeah.
onto this. I've seen some rough lists out there. I've been checking out some of the lists, and
So have I.
I'm not
Yeah,
going to name any names. Oh, woof! It's like, really? Oh no!
yeah,
Is that what you think comics is? Like, oh.
yeah.
Yeah, but everyone's got their own taste. There's so many different little sub scenes and little subsections under the umbrella of comics. It's something for everyone, and that, as I maintain, that is beautiful. That there is something for everyone, and people are going to look at our list and say, "Oh, what a bunch of wankers, lofty, pathetic, artsy wankers," and that's fine. We
Yeah,
are.
yeah. That's
Yeah, can't say enough good stuff about the Cobb.
yeah,
And Josh, well, I've not finished reading this, but I'm adding it to the best comics of the year. It's this Sunday by Olivia Schrauen.
yeah,
Yeah, but it's just it sits in my studio in front of my TV, and it's just one of those just items that just exudes some sort of power and sway. Like, I'm gonna get in the Cybertruck and I'm gonna get in there and read it. Pretty soon. It might be like a 3-hour drive or something around with the
yeah. It's
autopilot, but it,
just
it doesn't.
highway type drive. That book.
My friend Cameron Johnson bought me the slipcase as a gift because I forgot to buy it, but it doesn't fit properly. I don't know if you can see that. Like it,
Oh yeah,
I was hoping the books would snugly fit in there. It really bothers me that they don't. And also the first issue pops out the top because the dimensions are slightly different.
oh, jeez.
There'll probably be a collected edition from Fanta or something soon. But
Yeah, I think that's
yeah,
what I'm looking for.
I still like the slipcase though, and I'm glad I have it. But yeah, 4 issues of Sunday. I don't know if you can pick them up. Probably from Partners again, Wig Shop, Secret Headquarters. Don't know. They might be sold out. Australia's quite popular, and small run stuff from Colorama, but impeccable, beautiful printing, all sticky riso, and just something about Schrawen's drawing, his figures, his writing. It's always good. Parallel Lives was like the best book of maybe the decade,
Yeah,
or a few years ago that was like the one. It's again just one of those things that just exudes power over me. Something that's just so well produced and something I'm jealous of as an artist. Like, oh fuck, I wish I could draw like that, so elegantly and simply and intuitively and strangely. Design impeccable. Just Schrauen is one of the best.
yeah,
If you're not on the Schrauen train yet, you've got to get on there. And Parallel Lives are a fantastic starting point. These can be expensive and tough to track down. Maybe wait for the collected edition. I don't know, but
yeah. I'm gonna wait for the collected, but I agree. Like, Parallel Lives is a favorite. I think Parallel Lives might be my favorite I read this year, but obviously didn't come out this year.
Yeah, it really is a fucking amazing work. So I'm excited to dig into that when I find the time and I can quiet the mind and sit down and put a good couple of hours into that thing. I think I'm gonna have a bloody good time. I flipped through it all and just oh fuck, oh man, just like fuck,
Yeah.
that looks good. So, yeah, it's gonna be exciting.
How many do you have left? I only have 2 left, so I'll
I've
start
got
again. You have 2 left.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
All right.
but I can be quick. Yeah, I think it's your turn, isn't it? Or I'll do another one to pop up. Look at this. Have you got this on your list?
No, it's not on my list. I wouldn't.
That'd be a bit arrogant to be like, yeah, my book was the best book of the year. Fuck you all, you cocksuckers. I loved Warm Television. I think you've been popping off at the Tedwoods this year. There's the
Cheers.
live action Tedwood there. Yeah, this was just a fantastic comedy banger. I think I said when we talked about it previously, there were just lines in there where I had to query you, like, did you actually work this job? Like, how did you write these lines? Like, how did you come up with that? And you just said, like, go fuck yourself, Simon. I'm a good writer, or something like that.
I think so.
Yeah, some great jokettes in there, some great writing. It cracked me up. The ending was amazing, and you'd already spoiled the ending for me when I read it. I knew what was going to happen, but in
Yeah.
practice, wow, it was great.
Thanks.
Yeah, Warm Television. I've still not got best regards. I guess they're coming in the mail. Your new
They
joint.
shipped today, so for anyone
Oh,
waiting on one, they'll probably start shipping in about a week.
Yeah, I'm excited for the follow-up. But yeah, Warm Television was a comedy banger. I think you can still get these probably from the secret headquarters, Partners and Sons. Can you get them directly from you, Josh?
No, it's out of print right now.
Well, people have to wait for the Fantagraphics collected edition, I suppose.
I probably won't bring that one back into print.
I love the ending so much. It's so good. The arrest is so good. It just cracks me up. But yeah, good work there, Josh.
Thank you.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see this on a few other best of lists as well. If people know it's good
We'll
for
see.
them. So it was.
Are complicated.
It's a bloody good one. What else have I got here? It's the it's the bubbles that came with the quality pictures, which we edited. Fuck it, I'm just putting my own, or it's technically yours as well because you co-edited it, but or just this issue of Bubbles. The year of Bubbles, my Bubbles subscription.
Yeah.
I loved it. I love Bubbles so much. It fills me with so much warmth and joy within the comic scene. I think it's one of the best things going. You know, the Anand book made it on the list. So there's the other shit that he's published. So Brian is just exciting. He does lots of other weird zines about weird stuff as well. But it made me so happy to get this new Bubbles and just, I'm so excited and just like, oh man, quality pictures in the middle, just all the information and the interviews and the reviews that Brian has, plus you get the quality pictures. This is just an unbeatable package. I reckon a lot of subscribers, like 300 of them, they didn't know they were getting quality pictures for free. How exciting. How incredibly fucking exciting. How is that not one of the best comics things of the year? A fantastic issue of Bubbles with a fantastic anthology in the middle.
Yeah, not to toot our horn, but I think that quality picture should make some lists.
It was a fun anthology, and we got like 800 of them out there or something. But
yeah,
the J Webster Sharp stuff in here is so good. So this page over here. Oh wait, there, that skull and those nuns and this pierced barge. Don't know if we'll get struck for this content struck, but yeah, we put that after the Charles Burns as well. I think it goes from into Burns, like sort of one of the masters of body horror.
Yeah.
Into I think the contemporary master of body horror, which is Gemma Sharp.
Yeah.
Very proud to publish her in there. You got Roman Muradov in there. I've been loving Roman Muradov's Substack comic as well. He's serializing it. Yeah, Foghorn. Loving it. It's one of his clearest, like easiest to read, most directly humorous kind of things he's ever done. He's sort of pulled back the Dada-esque kind of nature and the.
All right, Simon's frozen. Maybe I'll do some comments from the audience while we wait for Simon to come back. When is Best Regards coming to the UK? I am going to send some copies to Gosh Comics in the coming weeks, so keep an eye on that. Let's see. Any rooks for good UK comic shops other than Gosh? I don't know actually. There was one that was walking distance from Gosh. I can't remember what it's called. Orbital maybe, but they closed down. I guess because of the pandemic. Let's see. Where did you eat that duck soup in London? I didn't actually eat duck soup. I ate at a restaurant called Duck Soup.
You there, Josh?
For breakfast? I'm trying my best here, Simon. What did I have for breakfast? Let me think. Actually, I got this amazing peach habanero jam from the farmer's market, and I've just been eating that with cheese on toast.
That sounds lovely.
Yeah, it's really spicy, sweet and spicy. I love it.
That sounds lovely. I love my jams. I used to talk about my jams a lot. I've been on the eggs. I had breakfast. I had the eggy bread, as I call it. So the whole.
All right. Can we expect a Crap Master Zach cameo in Meg's Coven? That would be fun.
What's this? Crap Master Zach cameo? Yeah, he'll probably pop up in something in a Jim Hemmingfield-esque way. Probably Crap Master Zach will probably pop up in a comic. Or we'll just do a Crapmaster Zach newspaper anthology or something, all about Crapmaster Zach. Well,
So
I don't have time for that.
What were you saying
I
about
had it,
the bread? Are you talking about like when you dip the whole bread in? Because you froze for a second. You dip the whole bread in the egg like French toast.
No, that's like soldiers, you mean? No, this is like a bit of bread, and you get a cup and like take
Oh,
the middle of it out, and then put the egg in, and then flip it over and fry it up. So
okay.
yeah, toad in a hole, maybe they call it. And I call it eggy bread. Yeah, that with the juice and the coffee, double espresso.
Nice.
Anyway, yeah, the quality pictures, Bubbles was great. You can't get the quality pictures anymore, but go and get the Bubbles and get all the Bubbles. They're all great.
Yeah. Next pick, which would have been mine. I guess it is. My number 1 and 2 are tied this year. I guess no, I've tied number 1. I mean, but all right, Monica.
Oh, I've got that on my list as well. Yeah, I mean, of course.
Yeah, it would be impossible not to. It's one of the books of the decade. It's
Yeah,
yeah,
it's great. I mean, what can you say about it? It's
yeah. I mean,
good.
yeah. Like I
A
said,
couple of what's that, Josh?
the first time I read it at your house, it's it's the most Clowes book, isn't it? It's just
I mean, it's the sum of all of his entire career, and it's like a big fat issue of Eight Ball. It's sort of it's like compared to Patience, which was just I enjoyed, but it was just one story. This like it's one story, but it's in all these different stylized chapters, so it just scratched that itch like of there's a
yeah,
long. I started reading Eight Ball in like the mid-90s, like it was so great to read all this sort of different stuff from him that all gelled into this big whole and
yeah,
fantastic. Only two dickheads didn't like it. I've seen two fuckheads online who didn't like it. Probably just trying to be different or trying to be like, ooh, I'm a contrarian. Or they just didn't like it. I mean, not everyone has to like it, I guess.
no, weird not to though.
Yeah, a bit weird. I think it was a really heartfelt book. It made me cry twice. One of those times is because I know Dan and I knew what it was about and stuff, and
Yeah,
personally got me. Like,
yeah,
yeah, the cult bit, and just just the drawing's great, and just
yeah,
really great. It was nice talking to him about the ending.
yeah,
We had lunch the other day because he was just really open about it. Like, I've seen him being all cagey in interviews, but I think I talked about this last week when I was talking about when we went to lunch, me and him and Sammy. But yeah, he just, you and I talked to Eric Reynolds, like, like, oh, well, about all the themes, like, oh, what's this bit about? And Eric had a bit of insight, but it was nice to hear just from the horse's mouth about like what the ending. Just like he just said, like, oh, this is what the ending is. So, oh, okay, well, yeah, he spoiled it for me. I can no longer theorize or think about it. But
uh, you just then it's a bit like the ending of Wilson, where he's like, oh, that's what it all means, and then just doesn't tell you.
well, that's the thing. You need to,
What?
I don't want to tell people what the ending of my things mean. If it's supposed to be something you think
Yeah,
about, it's you want to leave it up to the reader to interpret and to to
yeah,
come back to. There's one of those books that just rewards rereads. I mean, I read it in fucking April or something. I think I was like the fifth
yeah.
or sixth person to read it.
Have you read?
Yeah.
Have you reread it since? How many times?
No, I haven't. I've flipped through it many times and talked about it with so many people, but yeah, no, I don't have that much free time. It's like, I'm not going to spend another 2 hours reading Dan's book. Like, sorry, Dan. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I do want to reread it at some point. In the old Cybertruck.
Yeah, I've not reread it yet. I think, but definitely you can tell it's like it's a book that needs multiple reads because it's like a lot of the stuff people were talking about. It's like, oh, I didn't get any of that at all. But I guess I read it like in a couple hours at yours when under kind of rushed circumstances, didn't I? But
Yeah, yeah, you
yeah,
read it in a few bits and bobs in and around our successful events that we did.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that was one of the highlights of the year for us. That Skylight Books gig was awesome. Our raffle.
yeah. Highlights of the year that are just like comics related highlights of the year. I'd say Comic Con. That was a
Oh
big
yeah,
one.
it's amazing. I mean, yeah,
Yeah, that was. Yeah, sometimes
it
just
was like
look
one
through
of
it.
the yeah, that's one of the best weekends ever. That Comic Con weekend, you almost died in that balcony, and we just that Irish pub, and just we commandeered that booth and just going around looking at the boats. And we had, just smoking our ciggies, our convention ciggies. And
Yeah.
we almost ran over Todd McFarlane. It was awesome.
Yeah, looking at Todd McFarlane's ass in the flesh.
Incredible. Junket truck.
What are your other comics related highlights? Like mine was like, France being nominated for them, which people
fuck yeah.
don't know enough about. I will say that.
Yeah, no, we've not hyped that up well enough. Yeah, that's huge. You're nominated for the Anglo M Prize. I mean, that I know, like when I was first nominated, like it's fucking massive. It's the Oscars of comics. It's the international Oscars.
Yeah. People start talking about that, and they're like, Josh, who's Josh? The Angolem guy. Oh yeah, that's Josh. Yeah.
Mr. Angolem.
Yeah.
No, the Americans don't really seem to care about it. Like the younger kids in the scene, or sort of like the mainstream alternative kids. I don't know what you call them, but just the SBX scene and the cake or whatever. The circuit, the convention circuit. It takes a while to get out. I mean, you kind of have to get your international translations going and stuff, and break out of the American scene into the international scene before you like figure out, Angle M, a big prize, like the Luca Prize. I mean, who's thinking of going around cake whispering about the Luca Prize? Like,
no.
Yeah, it's a big deal, Josh. The Angle M Prize. You're going over there in January, aren't you? So.
Yep, I'll be there at the end of January to pick up my award.
Yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed. There's a lot of stiff competition, though. I mean, you're up against, Clowes, Burns, Harkham, and a bunch of Frenchies.
Donasso, yeah. Well,
Drenasso's up as well, is he? Oh, shit.
Yeah, acting class.
Did you read Acting Class?
I didn't, no.
Did that come out this year? I think it did, didn't it?
I think it just came out in France this year. I think it came out last year here.
Yeah, I read the first few chapters and was vacillating between and then
Yeah.
there was one bit where I was like, all right, I'm in. But then I never got to finish it. It was pre-Cybertruck, so I just didn't have that free time to sleep in the car.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure it's probably quite good. I really enjoyed Sabrina. There was a lot of bitching and moaning about Sabrina, but I really enjoyed Sabrina when I read it.
Yeah.
I got back from a trip to Italy. I'd been gone for like a week, and I was just like dead sober and just fucking wired as fuck. And I got home and just sat on the couch and read Sabrina, and I was blown away by it. Yeah. There's a lot of contentious bitching around that one. I still had 2 picks.
All right. Do you want to do one, and then we'll both do our final pick?
Oh, you still got a final pick?
Yeah, I got a final pick.
I thought the Monica was your final pick.
No.
Oh well, I've got the Plum Pocket that came out in January and the Flippy that came out like a week ago. The Nate Garcia Horsey books.
Nice.
Yeah, I finally read Flippy last night. Loved it. Well, not last night. A couple of nights while Nate was here. I came out here. I was a bit drunk and I read it here, sitting right here under my lamp. And yeah, I'd been waiting for it for months, and I loved it. And I loved it. I love Huff dearly. I love horses. So, I mean, this horsey lingerie scene here as well. I mean, that's fantastic. Some well detailed horse lingerie. And yeah, Plum Pocket was it was a big deal back in January. So I think I did a pin up in that as well. Yeah, I did that pin up unbeknownst that Nate had done this superior version of the pin up, and it just made me feel like an absolute loser. I'd just done like an inferior version. I'm 42, Nate's 21. He's literally half my age, and he can draw about 10 times better than I can. But yeah, I don't know. He's just a buddy, and I love these. I'm looking forward to the next one. Yeah, I don't know about the newsprint. So I was talking to him about like Austin English did the newsprint thing, and Nate likes it, but I think it diminishes his line work. He's looking at his originals. His line work is so lustrous and beautiful. Same with Plum Pocket. Like, I flipped through all the originals and scanned it for him with my big scanner before it was published, and something's lost in the this was like a Mixam job, but it sort of diminishes the line work. But then again, the jokes are all there. It's about the reading. So,
well, I imagine when he gets his big book, it's the artwork will really pop in that.
Yeah, but then again, Fantagraphics completely fucked up Crisis Zone. Like fucked it. I was, I don't want to talk shit on him or anything. I love Fantagraphics and Eric and Paul, the editor and production man. But it was so pale. It really, I was upset. Like I really was. It was the artwork was so pale and washed out. And then for the second print, I was like, can you please pump it up? I gave them a copy of the Swedish printing and said, make it look like this. And it's still not pumped up to where it needs to be. I need to say again, can you please pump up the contrast and the colors? It just looks so washed out. It just, yeah. But hopefully they'll do a good job of Nate's stuff eventually. I'm sure he'll end up somewhere like that. I mean, it's just a no-brainer. He's brilliant. He's one of the best young artists out there. What's your final pick there, Josh? I've got one more. What's your final one? This is like your top number one pick. Oh, Blood of the Virgin, of course. Damn it. My Blood of the Virgin was out in the living room. I knew I'd forget something.
I've been rereading this for the first time since reading the single issues. And it's just like every character is just like has this like crazy detailed backstory that you can tell there's like stuff that's not mentioned. It's just, I don't know. It's like It's just incredible. I think maybe it's like a book of the decade type thing. It's just like it's funny as well. There's like all these lines in it that I completely forgot about, but you get all these lines that are just like completely like profound.
Harkham's one of the best doing it. I mean, brilliant, very talented cartoonist and editor.
Yeah, it's just I don't know, it's like fascinating. I'm like fully like every time I read any of this stuff, I'm like so invested in the characters, like in the whole story even. Yeah, it's just brilliant. It's like perfect.
Well, I hope people go out and buy it because I think Pantheon probably did an all right job getting it out there, but I think more people should know about it. Doing our best here, Crapmaster Zach, Cycle Cleveland. Hope you've gone out and got your Bloody Virgin. Go out and pick it up.
Yeah, some of these people are saying they consider it a 2022 book. I guess because Cricket's finished finished the storyline in 2022. But did this come out?
It did come out this year, didn't it?
I'm sure it did.
Yeah, we had him on Manga Chat in like April or something, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it must have, because I got this.
I think you're wrong, Cycle Cleveland. Why would you do that? Why would you consider that?
Yeah.
You've lost it. You've gone mental.
This one has a nice little, says my name. Oh, shit. One's Josh in it.
Oh, that's lovely.
Oh, I dropped this cover.
Where'd you get that sign? At Partners or something?
Yeah. Partners and Son. Wow.
Yeah, I'll admit I haven't read the last few chapters of Blood of the Virgin. It's another one, like it's a big, thick one, a big, meaty one that I've been waiting to get to. But, it's something by a friend of mine, something I've flipped through, something by someone I massively respect and think of as like a brilliant cartoonist that could draw circles around me, someone I admire. So, yeah, definitely, it should have been on my picks list. It was out in the living room with all the Kramers and all the other Harkham stuff.
Yeah. Another thing we were talking earlier about sense of place, like hard to think of another comic that like how much this makes you feel like you're in Los Angeles and
his coloring, when he does do the coloring, I mean, it's just he's one of the best colorists in comics, perhaps, like that lovely dusky kind of. He can really, if you want a sunset colored, bang.
Yeah.
There was an illustration piece he did for some like food blog or I don't know, New York Times or something like last year. It's like a fish and like a bunch of food on the table. And I saw like the black and white line work and the colored version and the colors and like what he did with the colors and incredible. Really impressive. His coloring. Should be best colorist at the fucking Eisners, but I guess it'll be like a computer, or like. It's like the best lettering at the Eisners. I've heckled before, like a computer.
Yeah,
it's just all the same. It's just a font. It's just fonts. Yeah. Harkham's a brilliant colorist, and recommended Blood of the Virgin. I've only read the first half of the bloody thing, but beautiful book.
You gotta get
it from Pantheon Books.
Yeah,
Pantheon.
Number one pick.
Well, it's not my number one pick, but I had one more pick. Mine were in no order, but it's the Floyd Tangerman. It's the mangaka and this one Illusions. I flipped through. You were there, Josh, in the rain, and flipped through the originals in the rain outside the Fanta store, and it was a lovely thing. I was all a bit drunk and a bit high, and like it was just, oh fuck, going through these originals, and it was beautiful. And I
Yeah,
just I love a bit of my outsider kind of stuff and just frenetic, crazy drawing, and it really does it for me. Again, I've said it before, like late night when I'm out here, and I delve into this stuff, and I'm a bit fucked up late at night in the witching hour. It just fucking hits for me. And yeah, I love this one, the religious kind of one, Illusions. I saw the original of this made with all markers in the rain, and it was a lovely drawing. And Tantrum is just a character. He just has so much energy. Like, the anecdotes that Nate was saying, it's just like, fucking hell, he's a wild man. There's the shooting that happened and stuff. He's just full of energy. That Creepax book he left, like everyone was like, "What's just this Creepax book on the ground?" Like, oh, Floyd's like 10 feet over there. It must be his. Like, it's just all of his belongings were just strewn along the pavement, and
yeah,
just wild energy. Yeah, so certainly one of the highlights for me at short run, meeting Floyd Tangerman, a character I'd had my eye on for a while, and yeah, I just
yeah.
love his energy and just yeah. He's obsessed with manga. He's incredibly knowledgeable about the manga. He's telling about all this stuff I'd never heard of, and not that I'm a manga expert. I'm very late to the game on it, but yeah, just a shout out to Floyd Tangerman. Just a bloody interesting character and just a kinetic, energy-filled young lad. Yeah, I
Yeah,
recommend picking this one up 100%, and anything else in the future he puts out. Yeah. Yeah, not my number one pick. I had two others as well. I had the Wasp Video Roadhouse, which is a
oh yeah,
fantastic toilet book. And I also like the Apple Guy comics by Cedar Tassel, another great toilet book, a little 4-panel kind of woodsy, backwoods kind of. It's mildly political, but not really. It's hard to suss it out. It's something I really like about Apple Guy and Beefwood.
yeah. I've been enjoying those on Instagram.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite Instagram comics.
Yeah,
And I just love how weird Carlos Gonzalez's comics are. You get this from Floating World.
yeah,
Yeah, just one of CF's buddies. I think they used to live together in Providence. Yeah, it comes from that sort of that kind of weird Fort Thunder lineage and stuff. I've
nice.
been enjoying all those CF one sheet things as well. You sign up to his Patreon under your wife's name because he hates you, so you can get them. I don't know if it's like that for everyone. If everyone has to order them under their wife's name, but yeah, really been enjoying getting those every month. Just getting it in the mail, and there's like 15 of them now. I've got a big stack of 15 of these nice one sheets, and he's put out like 7 zines. Yeah, it's been nice collecting all that stuff. And
Yeah, I think next year I might start in the new year start subscribing to Patreons. Like I've been quite jealous of people posting the Chester Brown minis that he's been sending out.
Yeah, the new Chester Christmas mini was fucking great. It was 2 minis. It was like a regular size one and then a tiny, tiny little one that was like part 2. And it was batshit crazy.
Yeah.
There's one where he was like fucking like Santa Claus a few years ago. Like we got a big stack of them. Jack's been doing his Patreon for years since the dick pic days. But yeah, those Chester minis are incredible. I think he sends out like I saw someone on Reddit saying like, "Oh, if you don't know, I subbed to Chester and he sent me all the zines." And I think he was sending out old ones. Like someone got like a package with like 3 zines and like ones from years ago. So
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's like a stack this thick. Like we have like an inch thick stack of Chester Brown zines that just like no one sees. And I don't know. I can't imagine Drawn and Quarterly is going to collect them. Like
Yeah. So
maybe like I don't know. Yeah, I do the CF Patreon and I do the Jimmy Brown Didsbury Parsonage, of course.
yeah.
I think that's about it. I don't do Alex's Patreon. I just wait for the books and I just hype Alex up as much as I can. So hopefully people will give us some money. And
Yeah.
I just people always fell off with those Patreons. Like Jack and I used to do them, and then people would just like stop fulfilling what they promised, and it's like, oh fuck you. And then it's really awkward to like decouple from it, and like so I tend to not do it.
because it really, like, I have one, and it comes when someone unsubscribes, it comes up on the front page. It's like this person deleted it. It feels,
Yeah.
violent when someone does, but
Yeah, well, they're letting you know that you've failed, Josh, and that you're not really fulfilling your promises, and that you've dropped off. Yeah,
yeah,
no, I imagine that'd be hard to deal with. I've never done it. It'd be a psychological minefield.
yeah.
But yeah, but a good year for comics. I mean, there was a good
I,
array of books
yeah,
there.
what was it? The Guardian says it hasn't been a vintage year for comics, but I think it has been a vintage year for comics.
Yeah, what does the Guardian know? The Guardian's a shit rag. The Guardian hasn't been good for like 10 years.
Did you see that? The Guardian posted their best, like, I think they have two best graphic novels of the year list, and like one of the lists was like, this has been a bad year for comics, and then it's like, these are the best comics of this year, and it's like Blankets, the reissue.
Well, that just says everything right there. I mean, they just don't know what
Yeah,
the fuck they're talking about. I think Liam Cobb was on there. Old Cobbo, probably.
he was on
Cobber.
the good list. Yeah, this is like another smaller one, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't trust any of those. I'm going to say like the Beat Comics Beat, Heidi McDonald's rag. I mean, it's a terrible list. Like, there's a couple of good things on there, but but it was trying to be for all tastes. Because they had all the YA on there and all
Yeah,
the Marvel shit. So but there was so many. It's just like I really like. That's just, oh god. But yeah, again, as I said earlier, it's like it's the wide breadth of everything. You're not going to like everything. It's
yeah,
stuff for all different people, and people aren't going to love our lists, and they're going to complain and try and cancel us probably. So I don't know.
yeah. I feel like if people stopped calling them best of the year lists and started just saying what they are, which is my favorite comics of the year, I think people
Yeah,
would be less mad every single time, and their list would be less offensive when they're horribly wrong. Yeah.
yeah, and ranking them like mine were in no order. I think these are just comics that we liked this year, or just things that appeal to me, or like as I said about the Shroud, and it just exudes some kind of energy or has some kind of sway over me. And it's just like an item that's charged with energy.
Yeah,
So it's less competitive and just just your own taste.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a great year for comics. Things are popping off. There's so much good stuff happening. Lots of things we didn't talk about. Lots of things I've not gotten around to reading. All
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
great year.
yeah.
Year to
But
be
in our corner, what?
great year to be making comics.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. I mean, there's lots of good shops out there. There's all those lonely men in their bed sits that sell all the books for us, and you've got great shops like Partners and Secret Headquarters and Desert Island and the Beguiling or whatever, and
Yeah.
their aggressive masking policy at the Beguiling.
Somebody,
Yeah.
Ed Wiley says, this is really true. It's like not even that, just comics I happen to read this year. I love it.
I didn't even read half of the ones I talked about. I just like the look of them. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's comics going all right. Digital comics all died. We talked about Comixology a few weeks ago. That's just crashed. The digital sales.
Yeah.
There's a black and white boom happening. Me and Nate were talking about that. Like, yeah, there's a real black and white boom happening, and Mixam's made it really easy for people to just very easily print stuff and get it out there. The quality might not be there for some posh pricks like
Yeah.
Harkham and Santoro, but I think as long as the stories are there and it's cheap for the artists to get their work out to I was going to say masses, but
Yeah.
you cannot refer to the American North American comics readership as the masses. The few,
Yeah.
the confused.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all going good. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
But next year. I don't know how many comics I'm going to do next year. I'm doing something else. I'm focusing on a new venture, and
You're gonna
I'm kind of excited to take a break.
entering the Tour de France, right?
Yes, yes, and the great Cybertruck race. You and I both entered the Cybertruck rally.
We're gonna be going
Yeah,
to
no,
Burning Man this year in our Cybertrucks.
Burning Man. Oh, that was fucked this year. That when Burning Man got all rained out. Remember, as all those people were trapped there and stuff. Chris Rock had to get taken out in a Cybertruck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta finish this fucking this second issue of the zombie comic and try to keep pumping them out. But I'm kind of excited to take a break from comics. Like I got to tell you, I'm turning 42 on Thursday, on the 21st, my birthday. If you want to PayPal me any money, it's Meggandmog, MEGGANDMOGGG @gmail.com. If you want to PayPal me some money from an Amazon wish list, I'd love that, wouldn't I? But yeah, no, I'm up for a break.
Yeah.
You know, we'll probably still be doing this and talking about comics, but I love comics. I'll never stop loving them, you know. But yeah, I'm excited to just do something a little bit different, and I'll still be trying to do comics, but it's just different now. I've talked about it before. Having a kid, I don't have the time I used to, and I'm happier. Like I was better at drawing comics when I was like deathly depressed and trying to escape my life. But now that I'm really happy, I don't want to sit around scratching at a piece of paper for 10 hours a day. It's to get the amount of work done that's needed to do anything or survive within comics. It's quite, you know,
Yeah.
it's physically taxing, you know.
It is. I've been doing this thing where I like subconsciously will cross my legs while drawing, and then when I go to bed, my hips fucking just like agony.
Yeah. I had the thing earlier in the year where I had to draw like this. I was like, I'd be here like this, like George Costanza when he does that erotic photo shoot in Seinfeld, and just like, oh, my legs, and like,
Yeah.
it was only for like a week, but they're better now, and I can sit here cross-legged again,
Yeah.
like a mangaka. But yeah, anyway, it's physically taxing, the old comics, and you and I are old men now. You're 34, Josh.
35.
35. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm, you know, just starting to. I don't know, just excited to try something else. Pottery, that's what I'm talking about. I'm becoming a potter. I've bought a fancy kiln, and I'm going to be making pottery and focusing on dance, interpretive dance.
Yeah.
That's my big announcement. I've become an interpretive dancer.
I'm starting up a new one-man anthology, so I'm going to be doing a lot of that in the new, along with finishing the Tedwood stuff. And
Wait, what?
yeah, I'm starting a new. It's called. I'm not going to say what it's called yet, but I'm doing another. Basically rebooting Goiter, but just somewhere I can put all the short stuff in, and it's not going to be Goiter. It's going to be its own thing.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
This is big news.
Yeah, I'm excited. It'll be like full color, magazine size. Go to my Patreon if you want to read stuff in advance. Yeah, I've been enjoying that.
Yeah, I got to point out. Yeah, I was about to make a joke like big Josh Simmons news. That's a big. Yeah, the Comics Journal did an interview with Nate Garcia yesterday, and they referred to Josh here as Josh Simmons. They like Nate Garcia, sometime collaborated Simon Hanselman and Josh Simmons. It's Josh Pettinger. You fucking clowns. Fucking fix it. And you also referred to like Floyd as an art school cartoonist. He didn't go to fucking art school, so fix your fucking shit. Give Josh the fucking respect he deserves. I don't think he did go to art school. I think he was rejected. They took one look at him and said, "Get the fuck out of here."
12 years old, didn't get in.
But yeah, fix that mistake, Comics Journal. You should have. It's been 24 hours. You really should have picked up on that. Embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing. You're being trounced by Bubbles. Bubbles is fucking destroying you.
Yeah.
Yeah, embarrassing.
Well, on that note, Cybertrucks.
Yeah. Do we don't answer any questions or?
Yeah. So,
yeah. I saw Ed Miller here. Or Ed Wiley, sorry, my eyes are really bad. Will Meg's Coven arrive before Winds of Winter? Probably later. Winds of Winter will come out first, probably. Yeah, I don't know Meg's Coven. I really need to start doing it, but it's looking rough now. I've got other stuff on the boil, and yeah, it's sad, but I think I'd have to hire a colorist as well. I was talking to a friend about maybe hiring a colorist because I think, yeah. But Bad Gateway was 2 months to write it, 2 months to pencil it and ink it, and then it was like 8 months of coloring. So I don't have the time to sit around doing all those watercolors. It's stupid. It really is. So
I'm picturing a scam where you host a kind of like one of those paint and drink classes, but everybody's just coloring in the Meg's Coven.
Well, I did that before. I did it for Megahex. I hired a bunch of friends to help with the coloring, and it was just infuriating because they were really bad at it. And I just had to like, "Oh, great job, guys!" and like, "Thanks. Here's your payment. Off you go. I'll finish the rest." And then I was like, "Oh, fuck!" But yeah, it was terrible. It was Tommy Parrish. It was Tommy before they really started doing watercolors. I've said before, like, they're better than me now. Like Tommy is such a brilliant painter, but this was like them learning on the job, and they sucked. I could point out some really bad beaks, some really bad owl beaks in the last chapter of Megahex. But yeah, it's a good scam there, Josh, but I think that would drive me mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta start trying to multitask, but yeah. But anyway, excited to focus on something different. I don't know what I'm doing, Josh. It's all up in the air. You're starting a new anthology. It just
Yeah.
mental. 2024 is going to be crazy.
Yeah.
But any other good questions here? There's Al saying Meg's Code will be the new Akira. We'll see the adaptation before the comics finish. Yeah, maybe we'll see. The interpretive dance, as I was saying, you'll have to come and see Meg's Coven, but it's only in LA, and it's through the form of interpretive dance.
Yeah.
There's someone saying, have you read Josh Bayer's Unenders? Austin English called it the best graphic novel of the year. I don't think Josh Bayer likes me. I think
No.
I shouldn't. I should. There's a story from 10 years ago. I shouldn't tell it, and I think I upset him with a Truth Zone comic about all-time comics. I really ragged all over that superhero thing that they did with Fantagraphics. So I don't think there's any love there from me. But yeah, I don't mind Josh Bayer's work. I haven't read that book, but he's an interesting cartoonist. He does put out some interesting stuff, and I am intrigued by Unended. I might check it out. Don't know if I fully trust Austin's opinion there. He's a bit hit and miss sometimes, but overall, yeah, I love Austin and all of his academic waffle. So yeah, might have to give it a go, despite and I know that CF hates me, and I still love CF's work and always support him and plug him when I can. And so yeah, it's probably quite good.
And if I didn't read if I only read comics by people who like me, I wouldn't be able to. There'd be no comics for me to read. So.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
Here's Crapmaster Zach saying, "Did you read Glowbar versus Toga by Crapmaster Zach? It came out in 2023." I didn't, Zach. Did you, Josh?
No, never heard of it.
Are there any lonely single men in squalid bedsits selling it along with dusty old manga? Because that's generally how I get most of my books these days. If it wasn't being sold by Austin English or the 50 Watts guy or these other blokes, don't know. And then Cycle Cleveland saying, yes, that Truth Zone probably did it. Yeah, I reckon it did. That ruined my friendship with Jason T. Miles, that Truth Zone. But I just had to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, here's Manga Chat continue in 2024. Will Nate ever return? It will continue, and maybe
if he wants to,
he might pop in. Yeah, he's off doing his thing. I want him and Tangerman to make their own, thing. Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, we're Beavis and Butthead of comics.
Oh, it'd be incredible. Yeah, what other questions? I don't know. Someone saying old head. Someone being a bit ageist there, and yeah, sorry, can't help aging. Can't help the passage of time. It's not my fault. I can't help it that I don't have a defined chin anymore. It's not my fault. I just need to lay off the hot wine, I suppose. What's this? Simon's getting into crypto. I don't recall making any. Maybe it's the Cybertruck jokes. We were joking about we don't actually own Cybertrucks. I hate to spoil that joke, but if I have to spell it out for you, we don't actually own Cybertrucks. We're being silly. Yeah, no, never been into crypto. Josh, you ever had any interest in crypto?
I got paid. I did a job and I got paid in crypto once. It was like $3,500 in Ethereum, and I watched it go up and up, and I was like, wow, 3,600, 3,700, and then it went down to like 3,400, and I panicked and out to reliable American dollars. Yeah, I'm definitely not interested in crypto.
Me either. I used to see that there was a Bitcoin ATM at the old Meltdown on the strip or whatever, and I used to be fascinated by it. And a friend of mine, friend of Jack's, so bought Apple stocks when they were 12, and they're like a millionaire, and they were big on Bitcoin and really talking it up and trying to hype me up on it. It's like, oh well, you are like the Apple stocks guy, but it's like yeah, I've never had any interest. It seems ridiculous.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't really care about decentralized currency. I mostly just trade zines for things. I always think of things in terms of zines. Like I'm at the shops and like, oh, it's quite pricey. But I guess it's about 10 zines. Like I really do at the supermarket. Everything's like, wow, a carton of milk costs a zine and a half now. Like, oh wow. Yeah, it's all zines are my currency.
Yeah.
Yeah, no interest in crypto. I think it's all crashed, hasn't it? Has crypto kind of crashed? Is that bubble bursting? dead along with NFTs?
NFT stuff is. I think some crypto. I think Bitcoin is like. Isn't that the one that just keeps going up and up and up? And
I guess it'll keep chugging along because we are seeing like governments kind of like trying to make that centralized like single digital currency. I think there's fines in Australia. Like there'll be like a fee, not a fine, a fee for using paper money. So I think like Australia, Canada, some of these Commonwealth countries are going to make it so if you dissent against the government, they will just shut down your bank account and deperson you. So there probably will be a need for Bitcoin, but I may sound like a bit of a conspiracy theorist or a bit Russell Brandy or something. Yeah. A nice hot glass of Russell Brandy. Yeah, Cycle Cleveland's a Floyd fan there. He says Mangaka is fantastic. That's nice to hear. Yeah, lots of stuff here. It's too much to read. We should go and get on with our day, I suppose, Josh. I need to shave my legs. You probably do too.
Yeah.
It's my birthday in 2 days. So Meg and Mog at gmail.com. That is where you can PayPal money to me. Yeah. I just had a flashback to that manga chat where I was just like shaking my tits about and stuff and trying to like hustle simps and just, no one sent any money. So I don't know. Maybe me out of drag will get people to send me money.
Yeah.
I promised to buy some new wigs for the new year. I was going to get doled up for this one, Josh, but I couldn't be bothered, frankly. It's the holidays. I'm feeling a bit busy. I should have bought a Mrs. Claus costume or something and like a white wig. But you could have dressed up as an elf.
I'm just dressed up as someone who's excited to be hosting Manga Chat.
I did notice you're wearing the limited edition Heath Huston Manga Chat hoodie. Anyway, one of my favorite hoodies to wear around the house.
Lovely, comfortable fleece insides.
It's a high quality blank.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I guess that's it for the year. I guess we'll take a break over the holidays, I suppose, and I guess we'll say
it was a good one, wasn't it?
What?
23. It was a good one.
It was a good year. I hope everyone's had a good year. I do sincerely. It's been a weird year. It's been a scary year with all the shit that's raging on. And I hope everyone's been enjoying comics and finding some peace in their lives and with their families and friends and loved ones. And I wish you all a happy holidays. And thanks from me and Josh for watching.
Lovely.
Yeah. And we'll be back in 2024 with more blather.
All right. Bye.
All right. Cheers, everyone.